History here, I would like to talk about the man who invented the helicopter, or should I say the first useful helicopter. His name was Paul E. Williams. What else? Paul E. Williams invented the components of the first useful helicopter. His invention was the Lockheed Martin Model 186XH51 on the 26th of November, 1962. What else? However, when you look up who invented the helicopter, it's going to show you three names. You know how this go, and I want y'all to start paying attention to this. The three names are Igor, Paul, and Arthur. We're going to go into their helicopters and see what they look like. Then we're going to compare it to Paul's. So we're going to start with Paul Cornell. This is what his helicopter looked like. Stop playing. Now let's look at Igor's, Sikorsky's. Stop playing. This is young Arthur's. Stop playing. Then it appears that young Arthur starts to actually start making something. Look at this. He actually starts to actually do something that's worth even looking at and viewing. But I believe also that they try to upgrade things to make it look a little bit better, to save face. You know how certain people do. But let's go back to Paul E. Williams. This is Paul E. Williams' helicopter, the first useful helicopter. Now, to me, that looks like a helicopter. Once again, that's his helicopter. So y'all better thank this man. Y'all better stop playing and stop playing with the legacy of mines. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, like I said, this is day 2, the Black
And this is part 2 of the Snowbunny crisis. Because we are in a crisis, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we got actual niggas who love white women so damn much. So damn much. Mrs. Nebraska, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Or is this just in a and I want to get this right. This is a teachable moment. This is a teachable moment for all my real African brothers and sisters out there. I see you, Dark Lake. I see you, my light-skinned friend. And I just want to say that it is I who support those who support the dark skin and as well as the light skin black women on this planet, no matter if you're African, African American, from Jamaica, Haiti, wherever you may be. Now, on to the ass whooping of all these other nonchalant Negroes, these snow bunny ass Negroes. I didn't even get to play the full clip of what I wanted to play, so this is a part 2. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Shouts out to Dark Lake. Shouts out to Miss Nebraska. Let's finish.
Words we can't use. So I've been very. Fatty came up there. He said things about me, my wife, whatever. I don't drop them. If
optics and how it looks, how do you look as a black man? How do you look right now? You look fucking crazy to me.
That's fine. And I don't have no problem with being the whipping stick of supposedly looking crazy. And if somebody else is getting something different from what they had before, somebody might be looking more. That's not a big deal to me. Everything's not going to be hunky-dory. We're not going to always agree all the time. And hopefully somewhere down the line, I can regain your respect, because if I could lose it, then that means I could regain it. So, but I really wanted to really mind out this conversation, because it's a little bit deeper than what we are trying to act like. That it is not okay for us to keep on using.
Yeah, if you regain all that, that's fine. Just do us a favor and just add more white people to your panel. That way it's more believable. You know what I mean?
And be derogatory towards each other using this word and acting like it's a word of endearment. It is not.
It's not okay for us to sit next to a white person while they make a fool out of your whole race.
Wow.
That's not okay.
Crazy.
Show to B-Love, right? B-Love says, give me one second.
Why is that hard to understand? Why is that hard to understand? The simple fact that, again, I'm going to use this word more frequently now. Infiltrator. Someone who is not in your group, does not belong in your family, obviously, but we'll get into that another day. Doesn't even belong in the cookout, but yet you let them in and you want to have a conversation with them as if you're going to get any type of information from them that's useful, which you know it's not. You're not going to get any white supremacist to tell you the truth. You're not. Tell you the truth for what? It's like they're always going to reverse it on you no matter what. No matter what the situation is, no matter what the conversation is. So why are we even doing this?
A few seconds, Sharon, right? B-Love says, people who dislike Sharon took this as the perfect opportunity to bash him and try to cancel him. This is my personal observation. Fake outrage. I don't think.
I like Sharon. I did it. If you go to my channel,
that somebody that said they outraged about
And
the
then the
word,
next day,
but
to add
you,
insult to injury, you got fucking coon ass, chaotic, and Tommy Sotomayor disparaging the community even more for fucking 3 hours. What type of trash ass shit you on? No, I'm outraged for real. I'm not even playing.
Shouts out to Stan. He said, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. It is what it is.
So again, that's like just by saying that, calling me a coon, saying that all skinfolk ain't kinfolk, that's not no real outrage. That's crazy talk, to be honest.
So what is it you trying to say? Is that we all get along? We all come from the same womb? What is it that you're trying? I'm really not getting what you're trying to say here. We're supposed to be talking about these things in unison. This is not the old days of where when the true rainbow coalition that was led by the Black Panthers and you got white groups and you got I believe Mexicans or Hispanics or whoever. They all sound the same to me. But anyway, you got 3 groups, like I said, led by the Black Panthers and Fred Hampton, figuring out a way to coexist in one neighborhood, in one unison. We tried that before, it didn't work. So now that we're supposed to be separate from one another, now that it is we're supposed to, I don't know, say get along with one another, you now want to separate yourself from who you are? I thought I gave you the definition before. Well, this was before you left. I gave you the definition. I'm sorry that DJ Witch Doctor didn't put it up on the screen fast enough, but I think you got the message. If you would like more information, you can always ask World Class. You can always ask him.
When you really think about it, that is not helping nobody in the community. Using this word doesn't help anybody in the community. It brings us down as a community. It hasn't helped anything.
You think using the N-word brings us down as a community?
Yes, it helps bring us down as a community. Absolutely.
How?
So the same way we gotta uplift each other. So we using a word that we all know is disparaging. No matter how much we want to try and say it's a word of endearment, it is not. Most of the time when people are using it, they are not using it as a word of endearment. They are not.
No, most of the time when people use the word,
they're using it out of when they
most of the times when people use the N-word, you're talking about black people. Most of the times when black people use the N-word is not in a bad way. The majority of time the N-word is used is not in a bad way. That's actually the minority of the time is used.
Let's see past this.
Listen,
if it's not okay for me to say, it's definitely not okay.
But the problem is, most of the time, we don't want to elevate our thinking and how we execute things. We only want to look at it in a dismissive way. And it's not.
Can I ask you this honest question? What would happen, right? What would happen if we all stop using the N-word? What you think would happen? Let's say we all stop using the N-word today. Mm-hmm. What would happen when we wake up the next day?
What I think will happen is that we'll be more in unity and unisex, and then we can start holding other people accountable. And then all of a sudden, I think we'll start having more values that align with each other because we'll be more in sync.
So you think if we stop saying the word, it's going to bring us all together?
Yeah, because I believe that words have spells, so the word means ignorant once upon a time. So as long as we keep calling each other ignorant, we're going to stay ignorant.
Hey, Lisa.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make it brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
All right, that's enough. Every time I hear that, I just start. I wish I could play that song in unison. I wish I could play that song every time. But let's go to the aftermath of the aftermath of the aftermath.
Jump in there real quick before you say something philosophical. First off, what's up, Sharon? Shout out to everybody. Good morning. I just wanted to just jump in just real quick.
They make sure they shun away from it as much as possible, especially from a social standpoint, and we actually embrace it. And now that other people want to embrace us as well, we get upset. And even with our hairstyles, the way how we dress, it's culturally appropriate.
Embrace. How are they embracing? I take it as either making fun. There are those who do embrace our culture, and there are those who make fun of it. If anything, I want nothing to do with nothing with their culture but our own. And you wonder why. And you wonder why people ask us, so what is Black culture? Other than music and sports and in inventions. Everybody wants to go to sports and everybody wants to go to music, which music
everywhere.
Music soothes the soul. But yet we don't talk enough about what Black inventors invented what. What female inventors, we don't want to give them credit either. So each and every single video that I do, I'm going to start playing more and more of who did what to invent what invention. That's what I'm going to do.
We give it to everybody to be a part of.
Hold on. Let me jump in there real quick before you say something philosophical. First off, what's up, Sharon? Shout out to everybody. Good morning. I just wanted to just jump in just real quick to say all this pushback that's happening over a word that we use that we know is a derogatory word, that is a word that they have used against us, and now we use it. Like, I know the Jewish racial slur. They don't use the racial slur. They don't walk up to each other and be like, hey, what's up, my K? What's going on, my K? Right? So when these men come up here,
that's a lie. I've heard it plenty of times when other white folks called other white men kikes and all this other stuff. I don't even know what that stuff is. Little kikes, a little Jewish boy. I've heard all those things before. So there's nothing. There's the only people that you can't remotely, well, you can hear them, but you can't cipher their language, is Chinese people. Chinese, Asian, whatever you want to call them, you can't decipher those because you don't know that language. But other than particular, the European, whether they're Jewish or Anglo-Saxon or whoever, you don't hear those type of people. Or excuse me, you do hear those type of people because they speak English. Obviously, you hear them, and obviously you can recite what they are saying. If you look up the word kite, it's offensive. It's the same as porch monkey. It's the same as nigga. It's the same as any other offensive word. So what are we talking about?
And they will, Sharon. They'll try to come up with all these different analogies of why you shouldn't have let her up here or why she shouldn't say the word. But Ilosophical call people niggas, right? He call them that when he get mad. Chicago Rilla do it. I seen everybody on here do it except Aaron No. Aaron No is the only guy that could come up here and even have this conversation with Sharon, and he won't. So like the hypocrisy is just ridiculous, man. Stop saying the word, and then people will respect us enough to stop saying it too. It's just that simple.
That's bullshit. This is more bullshit. So even though we stop saying the word, they're still going to make up or still denigrate us in different types of ways. Their ultimate goal is to get rid of you indefinitely. The only person that is competing with European folks is China. Let's just say we all evaporate like the dinosaur. We're all gone. Those two little parties I just mentioned are the only ones that are going to be fighting for power, resources, and respect. Those will be the only two. We're already 13% of the population. We only own 0.5% of wealth in this country. So those who want to get on board, get on board. But to have a lily white bitch come and infiltrate just makes it all the more worse every year, every month, every single decade. It always ends up wrong.
We can't sit here and try to hold a white woman accountable when the same black men and black women that went through all the bullshit they went through are saying it. Could you believe that? Like to this day in 2024, y'all still use this word. I try not to use it. Sharon said he tried not to use it. I'm pretty sure Ilosophical say he tried not to use it. But at the end of the day, we do use it. And then and I'm gonna land my plane right here. Kendrick Lamar is the biggest hypocrite ever, right?
Shit.
He told Drake, you can't say, we don't want to hear you say the word no more. But every time he go to his concerts, who's in those crowds saying the N-word with him? And I land my plane.
Shouts out to Kendrick Lamar. That's because Drake plays a fake gangster when we all know he ain't gangster though. He comes from that. How can somebody gangster come from Disney? But he comes from that world. He comes from the same world that Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin Bieber come from. He comes from that era. I don't know. It's just me.
Damn.
Can I respond to that? Obviously something that was a part of a pathology in your culture, so it's a history to that. So what you guys are not realizing is it's not about us, because I came on the scene telling you that I say it, but it's a pathology based on, it's a problem based on us. It's a personal issue. It's no one's business. It's a difference between holding yourself accountable and letting people who are part of the problem hold you accountable. two things can take place. It's some conversations happen in the house and some conversations happen outside. This is to be upset without people saying that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's no right with that. But a good point that the brother made is we used it to take the sting out of it because they was using it to make us feel inferior. So you have to understand their motive. Why do you want to say it? See, it's all about motive. People that want to say it, that's
okay,
not.
Can I jump in right there, Sophical?
Go ahead.
So I want to jump in right there.
Just say Illa, my boy.
Okay. So the problem is that when she explained, because that's why I wanted to have a conversation with someone. I was just surprised that she hit the link and was so freely to have the convo, but that was awesome, I think. But she said she don't mean no ill intentions by it. She just said
bullshit. If she don't mean no ill intentions by it, why use it in the first place? Why use it? You're full of shit. I just can't. Again, I'm laughing because I can't take him serious. I cannot take him serious, and I refuse to.
Saying that because it's
that's fine, but that's why I'm such a big person. People who know me in this space, I'm always big on pushing history because people try to figure out now based on their 2-year enlightenment because they seen a Tariq Nasheed video. Like the more people talk, the more you realize they don't really know what they're talking about, and they're making assumptions based on the portrayal of people's culture. And like I said on the other show, some people are disconnected from our culture, foreign and domestic. There are people that live amongst us, that look like us, that's black and all of that, and don't know what the fuck they be talking about. Don't know no idea of history past 5 years. They're under.
And I'm with the brother, and we were having this similar conversation last night with Emma. Emma, I hope you're listening. That when it comes to the diaspora, you will not find English. You will not find anything English in the diaspora. You're just not. You're not gonna find a certain word, a certain letter within a certain word. Like when I said the word niggles, there's no I in there. You will find a U and you will find an E. This is the reason why the British couldn't even say it. So they said it in their own language. This was mainly proven. The English couldn't say it. And I wanted to ask her, was it China that couldn't say it either? I have to ask her. But this is the reason why they took most of our historic things and turned them upside down. And I'm going to shock you. The Baphomet, when they look at it, it's pure evil. But if you look at it historically, and this is another conversation for another day, it's just like voodoo. There is good voodoo and then there is bad voodoo. But people don't want to historically read their history in totality because they're either lost or lazy. I'm teaching my son and my daughters about the Egyptian of the Book of the Dead. It's a very controversial book because they're still they're in the biblical text. They're in biblical times. But when I get on them, they're going to have to, and I'll have them really study hard on this. They're going to have to make a decision, and they're going to be soon. They're going to be damn near grown to make their own decisions on how this world is. That's why I say we need, if we could compare notes, because obviously Sharon is living in the now. That's where he's living. He's living in the now. And he wants to get along with all these crazy ass white folks, which on the other side of it can yell nigga all day long and not suffer any consequences at all. We're supposed to just hang back. And listen, this woman came up there and disrespected another black woman in front of your face, and you did nothing. How crazy.
Understanding of Black history is slavery, the civil rights movement, Obama, and Trump. That's what they think is the plight of Black people in this country. And they speak a lot. And they're on a lot of people's shows. And it's so easy to just speak on here because all it takes is a YouTube connection, Wi-Fi, and a link, and hitting the link. So you can just spew whatever comes in your mind to anybody.
But hold on, but the problem, Illa, is like the deeper conversations that if we stop using it and making it cool, because okay, we get it that but it was a mistake to say that we was taking the sting out the word. Taking the sting out the word made it okay for other people to use
Terrible
it as
analogy,
well.
right?
No, it wasn't a terrible analogy because the problem is our culture is so used, and it's an Black culture, Black industry, Black pain, Black issues, Black music, Black trauma is an industry. It's an actual industry. People take it, they put it on shirts, they sell it all over the world. So you are exploited all over the world. So your culture is popping, even the dark side of it. So people are going to hear you talk about all our problems is Black problems is world, global, mainstream culture. That's good and bad. So we're exploited a whole lot. So you don't get a snapshot of these other people's cultures like that because you're not watching it. So you're assuming that they don't talk to each other like that. No, their culture is not pushed and sold and marketed to the world like yours. So unless you're a part of it, unless you're over there, unless you have a relationship and live in these places for years. Hold on, let me finish, Sharon. Well, unless you live in these places with these people, we don't know what they're telling each other. But my thing is, two conversations can happen at the same time, and that's my problem with this space. Is the extremism. We should be able to tell each other to stop saying that. That's a fair argument. I would never argue that because it's something that, even though we used it as a term of endearment, but we can also grow out of it too. We don't have to keep using it. So I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing why are men so adamant about including a white woman in saying that? What is her bottom line? Does she want to help push consciousness in Black community? Does she want to help talk about the conversations and help push awareness why we got to this place? Is she about reparations? And when I say reparations, I don't mean giving us checks. I'm talking about helping inner cities become better, pushing an initiative for young men to get skills, for young women to learn. Is she about the total aspect of, okay, let's remove the word because the word is used as a term of endearment. So let's remove the word and replace it with actual resources, actual knowledge. Does she wants to be a part of that conversation? Because if she doesn't, her motive is not official to me. And I wish our men were conscious enough to see that. We can't let these issues with our sisters make us forget the big picture because they did, because we the men and we lead. Regardless of what the women do or do not, we still have to lead, if nothing in no other area, at least with our character. Inviting other people who are perpetuators of racism towards race historically and still do it today, to say the word nigga makes Black men look weak.
And let me also welcome.
What do you guys think? I think there's a lot of things that we need to work on. Yes, indeed. However, when I talk about the Black family in unison, there are others who dare to comment and say ferocious things about Black women as if I don't know. It all seems uncommon to me, and it all seems very abnormal when other Black men talk down to Black women as if they are animals, so to speak. But then we want to talk about the Black family is lost. Furthermore, we make the excuse of when we went to college, there were nothing but white women around. When you went to certain schools and so, that's all we saw is nothing but white women. That's the excuse. Okay, so there was no black women around. I think it was awesome. It was great for John Singleton to come out with the movie Higher Learning. If you have not seen it, I suggest you go rent it, go see it somewhere, because Higher Learning taught us a lot about, number one, favoritism, number two, discrimination, number three, colorism, discrimination, racism, all these types of things, right? But according to Sharon, all this is fake outrage. Everything that has happened to us or had happened to us on a day-to-day basis is fake outrage. I would like to have that particular conversation. And I told him that we're going to have that conversation one of these days. But he ain't going to backpedal. He ain't going to pussyfoot out of this motherfucking conversation. Oh, no! He's going to have a lot to answer for. And I want all these little Snowbunny, coon-ass niggas to come up, too. So we can have a combination. We can have 3, we can have 4, we can have as many as you want up here. And like bowling pins, I knock y'all down. With logic, of course.
Welcome to the show.
Music, and then eventually we gave in. You could say it was because of the money, because of the way we were living.
Say a rim brother and somebody that's trying to have a conversation or an interview. The difference is that they want to champion her saying it versus have a conversation about, hey, I think it's right, wrong, or indifferent. Some people, they are just champion anything to further their point of view.
They stirring the shit. That's all they're doing because they know who will get upset though.
They got a narrative. They're pushing
they have a narrative. That's the difference. Over here, we didn't have no narrative for her to say what she was saying. I was just having a conversation about
black men bullet bags and bandits. You think they're saying that to not offend them?
Well, obviously, Sharon has his group of people up there. Yeah, Sharon has his group of what I wouldn't call them bandits. I don't even know what that is. Let's just call them from what it is. Snowbunny coon ass bandits. Snowbunny coon ass bandits don't even give a fuck about their community. Likely I had to put you in that category too, my man. You threatening an elder. I mean, that's just cruel and radical punishment. But I get it. Yeah, a group of bandits. Yes. Yeah, a group of coon ass bandits. Yes. Oh, snap! You and Lisa gave me some good content here. You're giving me some good content here. It's quite awesome. So we got coon ass bandits, Snowbunny Negroes. Well, I can't use the word Negro anymore. Which is quite upsetting to me. It's kind of funny you letting white people, after they've given us the word, now they want to take it back. We're taking it back. We're taking back the word. You can't say it anymore because we're taking it back. What the fuck is going on?
Right. However, still we'll
They
have
can just say God. They
so
don't have
that's
to call
good.
them
That's a good redirection. But however, when they come over here, we have the conversation with them as well. We don't just allow them to say it without having any kind of pushback.
Oh no, I'm saying they say things to when you watch them when they're talking to me. Why is it they don't just say Tommy when they're up here having a conversation? Why is it crispy and stupid shit like that? So then when you cannot then turn around and get mad at another group who has a word that trumps anything you give them. That makes no sense. If you and I were in an argument, how is it fair that I can talk about your children, your wife, everything about you, but you can't talk about my mom? Imagine that. I can talk about everything about you. Everything's on the floor. We cannot be the group of people, and the Bible even talks about it. If you want a friend, show yourself to be friendly. We cannot be a disrespectful group of people and then all of a sudden expect respect from different people. When we're openly showing disrespect, you should be prepared to receive it if you gave it to them. If you didn't give it to them, I understand. But you give it to them. Respect or expect to get it back sometimes.
But Tommy, you're always gonna have those types of apples in a bunch, I guess. So like I think what we're doing now is not putting the light or the focus on those groups of people, and the way that we're moving the conversation forward is by having new opinions and ideas coming to the forefront. So that's what these platforms are for, because you're always gonna have those people that hold us back, hold the conversation back, hold the people back. That's the crabs in the barrel mentality, just in a different topic.
Perfect. Also, I want to get more voices in there. Let Bolo TV get his point out. PAZ, if you let me know if you want to speak at the Bolo, and I'm sure Illa, he wants to address something. So let's go like that. Go ahead.
Well, it's a narrative that these cats have. It's a vibration that they're pushing. What we have to understand is they're emotionally speaking. You know, when it comes to them, they're so emotional. In other words, meaning that they can, like Tommy said, they can go against the world, but when the world comes against them, you know, a thief don't like to be stolen from.
Damn.
And so, you know, so you sit there and you look at it and it's like, listen, before I pay anyone else's phone bill, I got to pay mine. So before I have the conversation of other nations and other races using the word, the N word, let me have it with mine first. I understand that we need to have that conversation with them, but let's deal with it and get our ass together. And once damn. Now, as a now,
somebody whooping this nigga's ass while he trying to get his point out. That nigga's dedicated to getting his point out. He getting fucked up.
Go ahead.
You know, we're dealing with the ain't shit men and kind of broadcasting and, like, I guess, ruining black men.
I'm trying to find an actual clip with Tommy just going off on black women, and he's done this countless times before, but it's not about it. But even though he is who he is, right? This is it. He doesn't particularly. I think I have to go on my Christian bag a little bit. He doesn't like Pacific black women, but then again, he gets all in his Tourette feelings and starts cussing women out for no reason. Even though he's trying to have the when they are trying to have the conversation with him, he doesn't know how to behave himself. Case in point.
His image.
You too, see you.
But okay. So yeah, but I mean, I really think we can go before that and see how black men ruin their own image, right?
Damn.
So the whole blaxploitation movie genre, they had, you know, that was one of their first, opportunities to kind of mass produce their image to the world. And so they could have created their image in whatever they wanted to. But a lot of it was about pimping black women out, right? So we had Mac, Superfly, the Dolomite movies. What's that movie? It's a movie.
A bunch of them, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Right, Will Smith and Denzel Washington. Washington is a perfect example of what you're saying, that they made sure they didn't take roles that made them look like, lack of a better word.
Yeah, but after a while, they started, being in roles with a whole bunch of white people, absolutely either took control of the situation, made them look good, or they were girlfriends to white women. I believe it is said throughout Hollywood that Hollywood is Holly weird for a reason. This is the reason why Denzel got shot in his ass in Training Day. This is the reason why Will Smith played a gay man in 180 Degrees. This is this is also the reason why Samuel Jackson played a Viking in, I forgot whatever movie it was. But you forget, we had Culture and Mo Better Blues. We had a good film, like I said, at Higher Learning. We're forgetting about Lean on Me with we're forgetting about Lean on Me with Joe Clark, played by Morgan Freeman. We're forgetting about all those movies, right? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, cool. But here's a movie that might freak your mind out. Well, before I say this movie, I want everybody to go to see Mississippi Burning. It's on YouTube. It's free. Go look at it. Study it. See if it won't impress you. If it doesn't impress you, then so be it, right? If it doesn't impress you, if it doesn't make you mad, if it doesn't make you angry, if it makes you a certain type of a way, then I get it, right? But if you feel that we have changed so much in so many years, I'm gonna ask you one question: how? And if you give me economics, I'm gonna kill you in economics. If you kill me in racism, and we're going out with white women now. It ain't what it used to be. I just want love. I'm gonna kill you in that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you this: when have you ever seen a rich white woman date and marry a broke black man? When have you ever seen it? And I'll wait.
Niggas.
Right. And so,
damn.
With their music, hip hop, initially it started out, positive and talking about, the ills that they saw in their community. But at some point it took the turn, and it was them, denigrating their women for, the world to hear and emulate. So I just really have a problem with trying to blame certain things on the women, particularly if y'all say y'all are the leaders or whatever. But when you've had these opportunities to kind of take your own image in your hands and, present yourself to the world how you would want to be seen, y'all have, not done that in a positive way, right? So you resorted to the degeneracy in order to do that. And so you can't really blame the women.
I didn't hear Illa. When did Illa blame the women?
Mr. Brasser said, in my opinion, black women are used to abuse, because there's no way as a black woman would I waste my time or brain cells in these bandit streams. And this is the reason why you're over there on Twitch. That's the reason why you're over there on Twitch. Never upper class white women. Of course, yes, of course. What happens if you get rid of all white women? White men would go ape shit. It's like, what happened to all our white women? Upper class white women won't even look at black men unless they have cha-ching money. That is correct. It's like, why on earth, Becky, should I, Vanessa Bryant, oh my God, so I am never ever going to date this mud person. He is just so broke. So you won't pick a normal man off the street, even though he working at McDonald's. You ain't gonna rise him up and make him better. And who is the lawyer? Somebody type in who is the black lawyer that Chadwick Boseman played. It always escapes my mind. Thurgood Marshall. Never mind. Thurgood Marshall. What about Thurgood Marshall? What about Thurgood Marshall? We're always going to the negative side of the movie and negative side of the movies. But what about the positive one? I think a good part of separation is best. I think we need to separate from each other, and obviously, if they can't get no satisfaction from a black woman, or they can't get no satisfaction, period, from the world, the best part would be to go ahead and hop that fence and see if the grass is greener on the other side. And I'm specifically talking to you Yahoo Negroes who love white pork bacon. You love them grits. Niggas love grits when you should be eating oatmeal. Get them.
I'm not talking to you.
Oops.
Oh shit, Ella, you want to respond to that? I guess he.
You remember he said he had to go, but he actually blamed the men. He didn't blame the women.
He didn't blame the women.
Okay, guys.
Yes, he
Not only
did.
did I blame the women, as a black man, I don't even think
To you. And he did.
she
say
controls the whole
the
panel,
women
so
were
that's the whole
doing
panel.
a lot of things.
Don't be scared.
So, yeah, when I first came.
Don't be scared, Moses. Don't run away, Moses. Moses, bring your ass back to the camera. Don't be scared.
I'm not scared at all. You know I'm not scared. I'm not scared, but if she don't want to have a conversation, I'm not gonna have a conversation. I'm not gonna bring myself down to that.
And so he can only be the one to tell me what he was saying because I know what I heard, right? So you can't really speak to him.
Hey, Ella, are you there? Maybe he's still.
Everybody who puts something out about themselves. What do Jews put out about themselves? That they're doctors, lawyers, and family. Even when you watch their movies.
Black men. Nope.
I did not. He apologized.
See through you. Explain why these
meant all. I did not. He apologized. I stated a fact. What's wrong with that?
Welcome to the show, Venus. Good day to you. How you doing? Damn, I just took one phone call. Y'all crazy as hell.
Not that great. I had a question for you, Sharon.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So I didn't see all of your show, but the people said that you had a white girl up here making a fool out of black men and women. Is that true?
No.
So what was happening?
Oh, this is
what you mean? I'm confused.
So it okay, now it's all coming together. Okay. I basically flip-flopped it because of the shit that I heard the other night from DJ Witch Doctors, but this one was earlier ago. Okay. Well, let's listen to it anyway.
This is so confusing to me. So it was I get to give you a synopsis of what happened. It was a woman up here, a white woman, that she was freely saying the N-word. So I guess that's what they saying, that she made some mockery of her black people because she said the N-word.
So my question, because I truly do not understand black people when y'all do this shit. Why would you allow it? Like, why would you give that a platform? Why would you keep entertaining that?
What you mean by allow? So I was having a conversation. I want to know why was she so?
You allowed it by having the conversation, you silly boy. And Sharon is that, nothing but a weak ass boy. He loves the attention so much that he's willing to nigga-splain and pussyfoot around the issue because he just wants clicks and views. How crazy.
I'm free with saying the word.
Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please, by all means, become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel, and I promise you, we will have nothing but black people up here. Anybody white, anybody Caucasian, European, hell, even Chinese, but I don't see no Chinese coming up here. Want to have a logical conversation. They can try, but it ain't gonna be sweet because I don't know them. And do I want to get to know them? Not necessarily, because I have friends of that. Listen, you can have, and let me make this perfectly clear. When it comes to outside of YouTube, you have white friends. You can have white friends. You have colleagues. You have bosses that you're probably friends with. Hell, you go golfing with them. You go putt-putting with them. You go have drinks with them. It doesn't matter. But when the subject comes up, when this particular subject comes up about the N-word, and they want to get serious, get serious. Tell the truth. And if it damages your friendship, so be it.
When I say allow, like, I mean, continue speaking to her, continue giving her any platform, because I would have got her to eat first time. So
All right, so,
I just,
yeah, because
really,
number one.
I guess I don't.
Go ahead. You said like you got.
What I'm saying is, I really came to ask you because it really blows my mind when I see black people sit and participate in the races degrading you. I don't understand. So I'm really trying to understand what was. I don't get it.
So again, she wasn't degrading me
or anybody.
She didn't degrade anybody.
Both. Okay, CMOS, you're on my list. Where's my list? Listen, everybody, I want a list. I want the names of any and everybody who is either cooning, buffooning, or bunny hopping. I want the names. I want the list. I want the names immediately.
Her and PH Diva, they started to have a conversation. She was trying to invoke some emotion out of PH Diva. It didn't work. PH Diva handled the situation properly and kept her on task. And had a conversation and try to figure out we were just trying to figure out why you feel so comfortable saying the word.
And after she was so comfortable saying the word, she said it 10, 11 times. 10, 11 times. And he was just sitting there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's just amazing. Oh, wow. She said it again. Oh my goodness gracious. She is an expert at saying the word. He didn't do anything until later on.
And what was, sir?
Yeah, so people gonna have their fake outrage that act like they so hurt by us.
Fake. Outrage. Interesting.
Somebody saying the word, but they use it every day. When a rapper, he has his concert, he got 30,000 white people in front of him, and they singing his words, word for word, saying the N-word. He doesn't bat a goddamn eyelash.
Those are particular individuals. Let's not go there. Those are particular individuals who are gothic. Those are called gothic people. I used to dress gothic, but I wasn't listening to any dark punk rock bullshit. I mean, yeah, I used to listen to Metallica, and I used to listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers are funny to me. Flea makes me laugh every time I see him. Anthony is cool as hell. But as far as that, I have listened to more soulful, jazzy type, and a lot of white boys are stealing the show. I have to say, a lot of white boys are coming out of the woodwork nowadays. But normally, it's Norman Brown, it's George Benson. I like jazz. And then in the next, I listen to hip hop. I don't listen to rap music. I listen to nothing but hip hop music. And there's a distinct difference. Next.
So there's this fake new outrage. Chaotic, I just dropped the link.
It's not new. It's not new. It's just fake outrage.
And also, Venus, being in New York, we hear the kids for a long time of all races saying the word freely, and he's like, "Oh shit, this is how it's turning out to be." That all races is just saying it is a group of, especially in New York, is a growing trend of kids. They're not even sticking to each other by race. It's like, hey, we all like Pokemon. It's 10 of us, and we all different races. They all just hanging out with each other. They don't give a damn about what they race, and they all using the N-word freely as saying.
So let me get this straight. People who play Pokemon, and he's talking about the cards. So people who play that shit, people who play PlayStation, play the Nintendo Switch, or playing what's that? Halo. When they play Halo, they play Fortnite. I only hear white folks. And I can name them by name. Main Man Sweden was caught using the word twice, and I called his ass out. Main Man Sweden is a white boy who is famous for his Tekken. Now, I respect him in his Tekken, but he was caught years ago using that fucking word, and I called his ass out. So what else we got to talk about?
That's my friend.
But I had wanted to speak.
I guess when it to people singing, when it comes to people singing songs, I think at first I understand what you're saying. I think I don't appreciate it at all, right? So it's not fake. Anybody outside of my being tell me what I actually feel and what's fake. So the fake outrage miss me with that. The other thing is that's a difference than somebody coming up in just being provocative. No, you're a fucking coon. Like, ain't nothing fake. You like to see white women Jew. That shit probably makes it hard. That's not my life, sir. So I'm not even talking to you. I don't want to fuck you talking to me. I'm talking to him. But anyway, so I don't understand when black men will sit next to a white woman who's using a derogatory term that we all know is derogatory, and you're going to sit up here and do what you guys are doing now, which is defend her, but you won't even defend people who look like you, but you'll defend a person who will degrade you. This is what y'all have become. And it's fucking sad and it's pathetic.
Hold on. First of all, we didn't defend nobody.
And
you defended her! Whenever you let this woman say that word, over, let's just say over 1,000 times, you are actually defending her, sir. What did you not get? Am I wrong? Chat, am I wrong? Put a one in the chat if Sharon Grace defended this white woman by keeping her up there and by her saying the word 10, 11 times. Or do you think he was not defending? Do you think he was defending her or he wasn't defending her? Because obviously, if he wasn't defending her, she would have been off. She would have been off the minute she said the word. Because she's a freaking I'm a troll. If you're a troll, then why are you here? Well, let me ask this question. Would you allow her, if you had a channel, would you allow her to say that word in front of your audience? Yes or no? Would you allow this white woman to say the N-word, whether it be nigger or nigga, whichever one, or talk about the chicken, the watermelon, and the blah, blah, blah? Would you have her degrade another black man or another black woman on your panel? Yes or no? I'm going to need a yes or no immediately.
You came up asking, saying, why did it happen?
To talk about, wait. Why is this man chiming in to talk about fake outrage? Would that not be a defense? Or am I bugging? Why are you justifying what people may or may not work? Is that not a defense, or am I making that up? You're defending it.
So no, I'm not defending. So no. So for people,
so I'm just saying, it looks crazy to me when black people will sit next to a white person who's degrading you, degrading the men, degrading the women, making a mockery out of you, and your ass will sit next to it and encourage it, provide a platform for it, and be up here today fucking defending it. And this is why nobody respects the black community at all. No one.
What? But so, Venus, did you see the actual film?
I heard enough. I just asked this man what happened, and he told me. I told him I didn't.
No. But did you see it?
I said I didn't see it.
Okay. Well, maybe you should go back and watch it. Also, because I don't think. Just go back and watch it, especially my interaction with her. As for nobody respecting the black race, this certainly would be why. We have a long history of being disrespected that, preceded platforms and letting white folks come, so that's not why.
But PhD, you don't think this is one of, you don't think this is one of the, it's kind of the thing though, right? It's like being very comfortable next to disrespect. Right, and making it
wasn't disrespect.
Yeah, that's not what happened. Let me also
what's up with these young cats nowadays? See, Moses, you're on my list.
As the ladies keep building a conversation, let me also welcome to the show that could give us some more enlightenment. Welcome to the show, Chaotic Truth. Good day, sir. How you feeling?
Oh.
What's going on, man? How are you, bro?
We are doing well today. Go ahead, PhD and Venus, finish out y'all conversation, and then we're gonna bring in Chaotic Truth so you can have his thought pattern on it as well. Oh, she dropped.
Okay.
Nah, that was a missed opportunity. But yeah, I think okay, she said she'll be back. So I think a lot of people, they just get things misunderstood, and it's difficult for some people.
Every time I talk, everybody cuts me off. Let me finish. Thank you. Damn.
It was one of the first times in a long time that I sat back and listened to a panel, and
now this little niglet. Oh my gosh. I lose all respect and damn near don't have enough energy nor the patience when it comes to this little trash boy. But yet, I'm not shocked at what this boy says anymore. I'm just not shocked. But yet, you still owe me your life, Nick.
Brother, you are an incredible content creator, man. Like I was hooked, man. I was hooked. I was actually jogging too, listening to it, which is odd because I don't listen to podcasts while I'm jogging. Or the white woman is God. She's let's be honest here. Let's be honest.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said?
It was one of the first times in a long time that I sat back and listened to a panel. And brother, you are an incredible content creator, man. Like I was hooked, man. I was hooked. I was actually jogging too, listening to it, which is odd because I don't listen to podcasts while I'm jogging. Or the white woman is God. She's let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Western, and I said this the other day on This Might Be Risky, and I said this on my channel. Western civilization arguably is the greatest civilization ever created by these primitive ape beings, which are us. Well, really the white man. The systems, the institutions, the overall society is the greatest society ever. Think about the human rights that we have in these beautiful white countries.
This is so fucking the truth.
Oh my God! Why is every time I talk, everybody cuts me off? Let me finish. Thank you. Damn. This is what I'm talking about. The black man is incapable of allowing free speech.
Basically,
let him talk, please. Let him get his blood out.
That's what I was about to say before I was rudely cut off by a black person.
Coming up there yelling,
black people have no concept of freedom of fucking speech. No concepts of other human rights. This is why Africa has remained underdeveloped.
Shit.
This is why any black nation state looks like a utter. Can I cuss over here?
Yeah.
Fucking shit show.
Goddamn.
Wherever the white man goes, it gets better. Wherever this man goes, it gets better. The fact that you people are concerned about a word says everything about your society and your culture. The white man. We're talking about hospitals, bridges, just overall critical infrastructure, all for the white woman. If there was no white woman, a white man would live in a damn shoebox in an alley. The white woman is an indicator of a great civilization. When you see a white woman jogging at 5:30 in your neighborhood, you know that that's a good damn neighborhood. You got black women calling.
You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up about this coon. The white woman is God. I just want y'all to note that the white woman is God. The white woman is God.
In on these platforms, you got them making videos about Lily, but they don't understand the world. If you don't like the word, go to Africa. If you don't like the word,
ooh. Now this is what these kumbaya niggas usually say when toughs get rough and asses get tight and your license gets revoked because you ain't that hood nigga no more. You're Lily's white bitch, and she's basically pinging you right now. And you know, so why are you so outraged against this good-looking white woman? Why? And they beat you upside the head with baseball bats or whatever, tell you to get the fuck up out the hood. And they spraying nigga on the side of your house and putting your shit up on bricks. And this is where you say, man, I fucking hate these niggers. I wish they all go back to Africa. This is this nigga right here. I remember Chaotic Truth, right? He came over to Platinum Elite's live stream. Shouts out to Platinum. And this little white, what, I don't even know what to call this motherfucker. This dude goes up there and he sprays the same little tired ass sentiment to every single black person that was up there. And it was nothing but males up there. It was nothing but males. And I came up there and I wanted, and at that time I didn't know who he was, but I wanted to have a conversation with him. But then he started talking that nigger shit with the hard ER. He said, y'all a bunch of niggers. And I said, whoa, hold up, partner. See, I was going to come up and defend you, player. I was going to actually have a conversation with you, player. But this is his formula. This is what he does. This is what he does on this platform. This is what he does on other platforms. He's the #1 troll. This is what he does. Just listen to him.
Word, go to Haiti. If you don't like the word, go to some nasty, ugly shit country in Africa, the Caribbean, Brazil. Go to all those little brown ass countries. I'm almost done.
Oh, and y'all motherfuckers don't defend that shit? And this is the result of you not knowing who the fuck you are. None of you punk motherfuckers, including PH Diva, C Moses, Sharon, fuck each and every single one of you. Each and every single one of you. Each and every single one of you.
But over here in America, we have human rights. Look at our standard of living here in America.
Human rights?
Heaven over here.
Did he? These are. I'm sorry. Did this little bastard say we have human rights? We have fucking human rights. You little son of a bitch. We have fucking human rights. You little fucking troll. Wait till I fucking see you. We're gonna see how much human rights you got then.
It's our first world problem. Oh, she said the N-word. Okay, so what? You niggas say it every goddamn day anyway. Who cares what she said? How does that affect you? Did she prevent you from getting into the school of science, the school of mathematics? Was she at the door saying, no, nigger, you can't come into this library. You can't come into this? No. That's fine. See, Moses, while you're sitting in the white man's house that he built, you got the white man's car outside and you speak the white man's language. You blacks need to understand that you live in the greatest country on the planet. And you need to respect other people's.
Oh, so Leopoldin said that we live in the greatest country on the planet. What type of white man's dick have you sucked? What white man's balls have you done put in your mouth, nigga? What 4-star general's dick did you suck, nigga? Talking about privilege, we have human rights. Let me show you what human rights feels like. Let me just show you. A bunch of innocent people at a church. Observe.
want to move now to the dramatic moments in the courtroom as Dylan Roof's chilling and disturbing confession to killing 9 people inside a South Carolina church is played for the jury. At times, Roof was laughing during his confession, and ABC's Steve Osinsami has more.
For the first time, we hear this accused racist and mass murderer try and explain himself this morning.
I was sitting there and I was like, just thinking about whether I should do it or not.
In his disturbing video confession recorded by agents from the FBI, 22-year-old Dylan Roof acts as if he's talking about a night out on the town.
Did you shoot him? Yes.
What kind of gun did you use?
A Glock 45.
In surveillance videos played in court from outside this historic black church in June of 2015, we see the faces of the 9 parishioners Roof is accused of killing. These are their last moments alive. 87-year-old Susie Jackson, Cynthia Hurd, and Reverend Pinckney. He left behind these 2 little girls.
Why did you have to do it?
Well, I had to do it because somebody had to do something. Because
I had to do it because somebody had to do it. Because black people in
black people are killing black people every day.
He says he bought
that black people are killing white people every day. Where's the statistics in that? Show me that. This is what you call radicalized. White supremacists radicalized this little boy. And he went in, prayed for a whole hour, and sprayed the place. 9 people dead. Where's your heartfelt sentiment for them? Human rights. Did this motherfucker say human rights? Where was human rights when George Floyd got stomped on? Hold up, I'm not fucking done. Let's look up George Floyd, shall we? George Floyd. No, not George Floyd White. I don't want the riot. I don't want the riot. I do not want the riot. Let me see. Where is it? Right here. Right here.
It's just after 8 p.m. on May 25th, and the security cameras of this local restaurant are rolling. The indicated time is about 20 minutes past. A blue Mercedes has been parked.
Hey there, Chicken TV. How are you? How are you? Bless up, bless up, bless up.
Curbside on East 38th Street for several minutes. We do not have footage showing when it arrived. George Floyd is in the driver's seat. A police car pulls up in front of this local convenience store and 2 officers walk in. Minneapolis police said in a statement their officers responded to a report of a forgery in progress, meaning someone was trying to use counterfeit money in a store. A few minutes later, the officers crossed the street and approached the vehicle. The police said they found the suspect in his car. The first officer approaches the driver while his partner walks around to the passenger side. The individual and 2 people who were just in the car. Their squad car pulls up, obstructing our view from this angle and making it hard to clear out what seems to be a struggle. Chicago Avenue captures part of the scene unfolding behind the squad car. One officer looks over as 3 of his colleagues restrain Floyd, who is lying face down on the ground in handcuffs. We don't know how Floyd ended up on the ground. One officer is pressing his knee into Floyd's neck, which we see clearly in this video, taken only seconds later by another witness standing in front of the grocery store. She captured the next 10 minutes of his deadly arrest, up until he is taken away in an ambulance.
Human rights. Where are human rights? I can play countless videos for days about police brutality, about white folks being in places where they shouldn't be. We have a right to be here. We have a right to be here on this planet. Of course you do. But so do we. All we ask is to be left alone. But then there are certain black people who like to, you know, follow white people around. We don't talk to them much. We don't talk to those people much at all. But you go on your little platforms and you spray these same little pussy ass sentiments, these same old prejudice ass sentiments that white people spray every single day of their lives. I guess you don't know much about white wingist. I can't even say the word right. You are foul, sir. You are so foul. It's not funny. None of this shit is funny. But I want my list of. I still want my list of people. I still need my list. I still need my list of coon ass niggas. I want a list of people. I want a list of names. I want names. I want names. I want all of them. All of them. So they can be exposed.
Have that in most of those African countries.
I wouldn't even give a fuck. I wouldn't even give a fuck about that. I wouldn't give a fuck about that at all. You shouldn't be allowed. Most of that shit shouldn't be allowed over there anyway. But you spraying this type of hateful bullshit onto a white platform is ridiculous.
There are freedoms here that are unprecedented. What's up, Tommy? Unprecedented. And so to that black woman that was in here,
guess what? You got your audience. Sharon has his audience. I want everybody to record this. I want everybody to record this. You have Sharon, K.I. Truth, Tommy Sotomayor, and C. Moses. Race traitors to their community. Tell them I fucking said it. They're race traitors to their fucking communities. And I got a plan for each and every single one of them. Each and every single one of them. Come on now. Like,
on the panel, get over yourself. Compete with white people. That's what I learned. Compete with these people. How come white folk ain't nice to me? You are afraid to compete, young lady. You are afraid to stay in shape like white women. Are afraid to hear me out. You're afraid to get your skin. I can't think of the name of that. Exfoliation. If you're afraid to do that, you are afraid to compete with the white woman. It ain't about what she said. It's the fact that you are threatened by that beautiful white angel. Men have gone to war over the white woman. Make the black man build for you. Make the black man. I was dating one girl. I dated a girl a long time ago. She was a lawyer, prosecutor. She was the beautiful one. Prosecutor.
Oh, I was about to say, damn, she did 2 jobs.
Damn. I built a retaining wall for her. I did her landscaping. You know why? Because she, at the end of the day, when she got her ass home, she had food for me. She treated me how a white woman treats her man.
Oh Lord.
She understood domestication. Now she was a working chick, you know, but she understood the nature of mopping and washing dishes and cooking and cleaning and shutting the F up. That's why I built that retaining wall for her. She's like, well, you need help? I said, oh, hell no, I do all of this. But other black women, like the one who just called in, I wouldn't even cut her grass.
Lord, you say you're gonna land this soon.
I'm good, man.
You have to get it out.
That nigga cut me off within 3 words. I said, God damn, I knew it was gonna happen. Go ahead.
Welcome back to the show. The person grass that you don't want to cut.
So I really just came to say to you, Sharon, this is where I'm gonna have to just withdraw all my support. I don't find this funny at all. I'm not arguing with no fucking Nigerian coon. This is not a joke to me. Any black men who participate in this type of shit of degrading the race and using other races to do it, you're trash, and I can't fuck with you, and that's that. Goodbye.
Can I go?
Yes.
All right. So there's a lot wrong with what Chaotic Truth was saying. One, the fact that he has an Make America Great Again hat. One, I supported Donald Trump from the jump. Why? Because I actually am from this land and I actually want to make America great again. The fact that people like him come from across the pond to a land like here and then think that this was built by white people shows an illusion. You're so disillusioned to the truth of what history actually took place on this land. We were here before other people got here. You, your family, your ancestors, all the people that are like you that came here tried to get involved with what we were doing and then tried to poke the bear and try to be, when you try to be like us.
Oh, no. We don't need you to nigga explain now. We don't need you to talk. You don't need to talk that black talk now. Where was that earlier? You're excluded from that conversation, sir.
And then you try to say that we're the problem. The reason you came here is because we're here. If we were to be in Africa, it would be different because we would make Africa jumping. We are that special sauce that makes something special. Now, if we don't actually utilize it and understand how to check our own, then yes, we will also be. It's like it's a gift and a.
No. Like I said, the link is pinned. Anybody want to come up and have the conversation? They can. Anybody want to come up and have the conversation? They can. But this shit right here is ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. I'm sure Umar has some things to say about that. I'm sure. Before then, I wanted to get to a Tommy rant. I want to get to a Tommy rant. You see how the difference between how he treats white women versus black women. Let's go.
I like where we can have a conversation, a dialogue, where we can be honest with each other and say, I made a mistake. Then that ain't gonna be on this panel. I mean, that's just what it is. But if somebody wants to bring it up, and that's another thing that happens is people watch these videos and they're waiting for their chance to come up and attack something where we've already addressed it. So if you want to keep bringing it up over and over in every episode, that's fine. If that's what this is, if this is what podcasting is, I guess. But that's not, like I said.
Yes.
I like to move forward in things. I don't like to keep running in circles. But if that's entertainment, then that's just what he's going to keep doing.
Well, Shonda, you had your clothes, I washed your clothes. You had your clothes in the freaking way, I washed them. And then I ended up washing your, and I washed their clothes.
It's just, this is just
okay, then why did you have your clothes in the washer then?
Beginning of it. Everybody who was trying to destroy the show and didn't have anything to bring. There's always somebody who just didn't agree with us.
You had your clothes in the washer, so I washed them.
I don't know what people are trying to bring to YouTube. Then you say other people are doing something and making money off black women. then the person that's on the panel is
there.
saying, hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. Thank y'all for hitting the cash app. Let me read these cash apps. So it's okay, but not okay. You know, because Angry Man just plays a character, you know, for this podcast. So it's okay for him to play a character for the podcast world. It's no issue. Just like the man said earlier, he kind of stole the thunder, but it's impossible for people to sit here and know that they watch and listen to people cuss all the time in the black community. They sit and watch posts. They sit and watch these little comedians
by washing and drying their clothes.
But Tommy is vulgar. That's why I didn't.
And
again, I give the example of what my grandmother said. It was a man who was looking out of a window riding in a train. It's his first time as a black man. Never been on this train before. He was amazed. He was just looking around. Loved it. Like I said, out the window, was looking at how stuff was going by really fast. And a white man saw him. It was a racist white man. And the white man said, hey, you damn nigger, get your monkey big lip head back inside the window. And the black man was so upset at what he said that he turned around and said, who you think you talking to? You don't talk to me like... He lost his head because they hit a tunnel.
Yes, it's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. It's good to see a fresh face here and there. Definitely feels good to see a fresh face. I can't even talk. It's good to see a fresh face because you will not be discriminated over here. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And what does is I forgot you forgot to mute yourself. Oh, I was muted. My bad. What else? Yeah, definitely. Welcome to the show. Let's get into it.
If he just pulled his head back in, it didn't matter how it was said. It was if it's true or not. And you know what you never hear someone saying? What he said was factually incorrect. It's wrong. So if you're talking to someone, imagine talking to the main group of people, and let's be real, black women who talk to their kids, who they actually had, like they ain't shit. Sit your black ass down. Sit your nappy head ass down. Sit your fat ass down. They talk to their own children like this. But some strange guy on the internet says something and, oh, I would have got it if he hadn't said cuss words. 2 seconds later, hit that motherfucking cash app, nigga. So it's okay for those things to jump up and holler with cuss words in them. Yeah, that's fine. I bet if somebody said, you fine in a motherfucker, I bet they wouldn't have said, I would have believed that. I would have heard what you said had you not said motherfucker. And I don't know what you're talking about now. Never happened. We're being disingenuous at our age, sitting around pretending that somehow a word affected us. When let's be real about black folks, we are the most crass people on earth. There is no one that sit around talking about dick, pussy, and ass more than we do.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt you. Okay, so what I will say is this. I said you're vulgar and you're crude. And I said those words earlier. So I know you were watching earlier. I said that. And the stories that you were giving when you first came up in here and replayed that clip from last week, it really wasn't hitting home as and or being relevant to the conversation about why we aren't approached, because you were also talking about how going like this about black women giving you head and the white Instacart lady isn't giving you booty when she's not impressed by your home. You were very crude and it was very disparaging. And it wasn't relevant. And so I also asked you a question. You have a question for us.
It was relevant. If you're talking to the person that you're saying it wasn't relevant.
I'm trying to address everything you said. And then the other part you said, how we were so offended by you cussing as people, black people cuss. Well, not every black person cuss. We're not a monolith. And that's part of the problem. But when I asked you, do you have a question for us? You decided to be, again, vulgar and crude and said, if you pulled out your dick, blah, 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 blah. When I never was crude, I did.
No,
I
you
did.
didn't ask me. Now you said
No. I did.
Are you going to ask us
over you? I said,
see what I mean? Very, very argumentative amongst the black women. Let's say Tommy doesn't give a fuck about the black community at all. He don't. But against black women, he's very argumentative, he's very disruptive, and he's very disrespectful, right? But with white women, it's totally different. It's totally different. You would smile in their face and want to take a black woman's place. You want to smile in your face.
Did you have a question for us? And when I said you have a question for us,
just say that. You said, am I going to ask you to have a question for us, or are you just going to sit up here and go on a diatribe?
Are you going to just do a diet? Or are you just going to talk? And I said that because you were talking for a very long time. And I did not disrespect you. I didn't call out your name. And then you were crude to get involved and said, if I pulled my dick down and started pissing. And so again, you met me with
you again. You're a grown woman and can't hear.
You ain't got to talk to me like that. Like I said earlier, when Ham asked you who hurt you, don't disrespect because I ain't talk to you like that.
You're a grown woman and can't hear.
I'm very much a grown woman. I'm 4 times grown, over and over, 4 times.
I know, so I want to make sure that's what you're saying.
Don't talk to me disrespectfully, and that's what anybody who's
okay, ma'am. If that's what you say, I agree. And I felt, since we're talking about disrespect, because ladies and gentlemen, what is disrespect? It's what the person who's hearing it or seeing it feels it is, right? So I felt it was very disrespectful when I was talking and everybody else was laughing and the people in the comment section got it. No one was offended. That someone then tells me that I should be doing something that I wasn't brought up here to do, nor was that the question up there that I was supposed to be asking y'all any question. So I felt that was disrespectful right off the top, but you didn't.
You really don't. Honestly, I think you're being disingenuous. You did not feel disrespectful for me asking
you
questions. Ain't no way in the world.
Now, case in point, I wish I could edit some of this stuff. Now, let's just say, remember the Lily the Lily? Well, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but the Lily chick, right? The Lily chick that, said she wouldn't date a broke ass nigga. This is her. Nope, wrong one. Sorry about that. Let's go back. Cut that off. Go this. And let me see. Aha! Well, you're not missing it this time. Play tape.
A little bit more on my channel. Because especially with this shit right here, I done made a back-to-back video on Tommy. I had to make this. No smoke for the elites. They shook. But the white people saw you say the N-word and was like, oh my God, she's great. And they began to interview you and bring you on their panel. Like, what is she talking about? And the N-word, she hate niggas. It's this thing called capitalism y'all like to talk about. He will never do it. I check racism against him. He will never ever acknowledge that they use it as at the end, but the sins of our actually destroy him.
Bruh.
If I can get on a panel,
dude, bruh, you just talking. God damn. Play the fucking tape.
Y'all already know. We got other dumb niggas in here trying to get my attention. Trey Houston says, wow, that was ignorant, Donovan. Number one, let's get my name correct. It's not Don Oven, it's Don Oven. Donovan. So Trey Houston.
This is another one of these coon ass bastards. Since I'm here, I might as well.
If you would spell my name correctly and address what you think that I said was ignorant.
Created a monster. Like before, I was just making silly videos, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna now I'm mad. So I'm gonna
now I'm mad. USA Basketball. I don't give a fuck. They need a man in charge of that whole entity because the women right now are fucking pissing it away. So much so that even though there's been the Caitlin Clark influx, the WNBA still stands to lose 50, count them, $50 million.
Who gives a fuck about the WNBA? Nobody gives a fuck about the goddamn WNBA. They're treating Caitlin Clark like the next what was it? He got game. They're treating her like the next big thing. The next big. You're losing $50 million. You need to be grateful that this white woman has a gift. Yeah, gift of losing.
A lot of you guys have called it the welfare league. That's exactly what it is. The WNBA has not. Yeah. Yep. But I mean, dude, look at his skin. His skin is clear. His face is glowing. He's got the twinkle in his eye. His teeth are white.
What the fuck?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Tommy, this is the first time I've ever seen Tommy look happy. Good for you, Tommy.
They've already said it. But
look at it. Hold up. I got to go back. Oh, never mind.
I know. And you too.
And you. Yeah, Molten Mage Gaming says, Donovan, you should interview her too.
Hey, look.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me because it's not true. Like, if it was something that was true and I was actually like trying to hide something, I'd be like, oh, dang, this is crazy. But it's like really kind of ridiculous. So it's like, all right.
She does not give a fuck.
Did it shock you how quick people found out about you, found out like your name, where you live, your job? Because the internet works fast.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was stunned. I was like, wow, I guess when there's millions of people trying to find something, that helps. But yeah, I had no idea you could find somebody this quickly.
Yeah, the greatest detectives in the world, they probably could have found out who really shot JFK if they were around back in '63. Let me ask you this. How long had you been doing, because this was a TikTok video that went viral.
Right.
Do you look how he treats this white woman, Lily, the one that caused the ruckus, the storm, the stir, lost her job, and if not careful, is going to lose something else. I'm not gonna do it. There's other people who looked up this woman's IP address. I don't dox. I don't even know how to dox. I don't know how to. But there are other people who are doxers, and they said they're going to make an example out of this crazy white woman. I'm telling you, poke the bear, expect to get swatted. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I've always made like content on social media and stuff, but I was never like, I never really had a purpose necessarily. It was just like silly like videos and stuff that like, college kids make. And then it wasn't until like a few weeks ago that I was like, I'm going to start just posting like a few videos a week consistently of just like talking about things that annoy me, things that's just on my mind or whatever. And that started getting a little bit of traction. And yeah, it just kind of started blowing up. And then obviously the infamous video came out.
Yes, sir. Love it.
Broke ass niggas.
Love
and that's
it.
the one that seemed to really spark all this controversy and got a lot of people angry.
And yes, it did.
Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, great segue. Here's the video that started.
This is fucking great.
Okay, Lisa, this is what you missed. Pay attention, feast your eyes on the actual video that caused this whole stir. Here it is.
Everybody I know who's married right now, they're married to broke ass niggas. And they don't care. We don't give a
And this coon ass motherfucker. Who is he? He's on the list.
fuck like money.
Woo, potty mouth, baby.
Okay.
Okay. I see you smiled as you said. And see, I go through that a lot. Like when people play what I say a lot of things. And then when they play it back to me, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Like,
yeah, right.
I'm just laughing at what I said because sometimes if I'm speaking in the moment, and I think that's what the internet has done. Well, a lot of times you're speaking in the moment, unless it's scripted. You're just speaking in the moment, and you're not thinking you're gonna cause a stir. Be honest with me. Did you think you were gonna cause a stir with this video, or were you just making a video?
Uh-oh.
I was just making a video. I mean, I was talking about gold diggers. Like, it had nothing to do with race. It's just kind of like slipped out because that's I guess
She says that slipped out. She says that slipped out. Is Lily?
Okay, so it slipped. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. That word slipped out. Don't be surprised. Don't be shocked if other things were to slip. Like slip. Like slip. Yeah. Don't be shocked at that. Know what I mean? Like I said, poke the bear, expect to get swatted. It is what it is.
Can we make this distinction here about Lily? Because I think we can. Because I'm gonna tell you what. Look at Tommy's like.
Okay, so sorry, y'all. I got to put this. So he is on the list. He is on the list. Whoever this guy is, I've heard this raccoon bastard before, but I'm on his head now. He's on the list.
Look at Tommy's grin. Look at Tommy's grin. Like he is just tickled. It's true. So we put his ass into submission.
Dream guy kind of looks the same.
That's because he is.
And I think that's what guys are talking about. So before we get back into that, I just want to ask, can you understand why guys might think that a lot of women are looking for money when they will see that if there's a guy with money, he will attract multiple women?
Yeah, you're right, Jonathan. Yeah, he withdrew because of an injury. That sucks.
I don't mind fighting for just him.
I can see that, especially because a lot of like information is gotten through social media, and those like street interviews in Miami and whatever, they're really popular, you know, and obviously.
Well, we don't have to get into all that and all this, but I'm just letting you know, Lisa, that this is what you're dealing with. And when you deal with things like this, and by the way, she doubled down on what she said. She absolutely doubled down on what she said. And I expected her to. I expect no more, no less. Right? Right. So therefore, we should not be shocked. And I said this yesterday. None of us who have been through racism, have been through prejudiceness, should not be shocked at this at all. People proclaim there are no racism out there. There is. There certainly is, and it's not going anywhere. The world may change, but the scenario always remains the same. And again, you can have as many white friends as you want, but let's just say you have eight good white friends, right? 8 good white friends, and you only have one that's obliteratingly racist and says the N-word, whether it be nigger or nigga, and thinking that he's somebody that he ain't. They're going to look at you with a bright eye. Once you pop this motherfucker so hard that his ancestors would feel the shock, the pain, that once I pop this motherfucker, and they all look at you and say, "What you hit him for? Come on, dude. We're all one. What would you say at that moment? I would assume that a motherfucker would get ignorant after your homeboy actually uttered that word or words. Because remember, there are three of them. There are three actual words to the same word that we're talking about. One is used for good, the other one is used for whatever. In term of endearment. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe and share the shit. Share it all. Share the people that are on my list. I have Sharon on the list. I have Chaotic Truth on the list. I have Tommy Sotomayor on the list. I have C. Moses on the list. And I have Donovan on the list. I need more. I need more. I need to soak up more. I want this book to be filled by the time I get off this fire. How are you gonna respect black women if you can't respect yourself? And then now we have this fight amongst ourselves. We have this fight amongst Negro snow bunnies. These Negro pins. I think we need the doctor up here. Dr. Umar, what say you? What say you?
And Jew and Anglo-Saxon female. She's producing a black child. No matter what man a black woman lays with, she produces a black baby. No other group can do that. And the European in particular can only reproduce himself and his own woman. If the white man wants a white child, he can only copulate with the white woman because his genetic power is so weak that he has to stay within his community in order to reproduce himself. And that's why the gun, as the late great Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, rest in eternal peace, spoke of in her ISIS Papers book that everybody should read. The gun is the white man's equivalent to your penis. The black man's penis can change the color of an entire race in 50 years. White man can't do that, so he uses the gun for his genocide. We do not have to exterminate a people to eliminate a people. We can reproduce them out of existence. He has to exterminate them out of existence. And that's why when you look at lynchings in America, most black men hanged from trees were mostly castrated. They hung Jews, they didn't castrate them. They hung Irish, they didn't castrate them. They hung Chinese, they didn't castrate them. So why is it 99% of the time when a black man was hanged, he was castrated? Because your represents the eternal envy of the white man. We get it wrong. Brothers in the hood think the white man is envious of your physical size, of your genitalia. That has nothing to do with it. He doesn't envy the genitalia because not every black man is blessed with a large genitalia. What he envies is your reproductive power, your ability to go anywhere in the world and create a black nation no matter what the color of the woman. We are the chosen people. Being chosen has nothing to do with being a Muslim, a Christian, or a Hebrew. Being chosen is being a member of the original family that God put down on earth for the first time in the Nile Valley civilization of Africa. If you are amongst that family, you are chosen. Everybody knows who we are. They know that we're the people who built them pyramids. Right. They know we're the people who made this country. They know we're the people who invented the cell phone, the internet, the helicopter, the stoplight, the gas mask, the self-lubricating engine. They know who we are. The problem is we forgot. And one of the...
So when Chaotic Truth comes up in there and said, what have we ever invented? When Charleston White says, what can we bring? What are we proud of? What can we be proud of that we can bring back to the ancestors? What are we proud of? There are like hundreds of African American inventors out there. Most of them are black males. I'll say it again. There are hundreds of African American inventors. which I will be posting each and every single time I go live, by the way. But you have, let me fact check. Oh yes. Who invented the helicopter again? Who invented the helicopter? There have been a number of Black Americans that have helped further the world. Paul E. Williams, one of these Black inventors. Although there seems to be no official record on Williams inventing the helicopter, in history circles, he is often credited for being the actual inventor behind practical helicopter. In other words, after he invented it, others started inventing it. White folks started inventing it. It's all competition, right? Every time a Black man or a Black woman wants to invent something, white people always want to get their little greasy hands on something. It's quite disturbing. Quite disturbing indeed. But what say you, Dr. Umar?
The reasons we forgot is we allowed the white power structure to desegregate our children into their public schools. Ever since 1954, when the Supreme Court overturned Brown versus Board, they've been pushing Black kids into white public schools and predominantly white universities, not to give us a better opportunity, but to kill the intellectual genius of the Black child. Remember, most of our inventions were created before we sat next to white children. We were creating things white kids were not even thinking about. So they had to kill that. And the best way to kill that was to desegregate the schools. And look what we've been doing ever since desegregation. Basketballs, footballs, gangster rap, and white girls. Gangster rap is the soundtrack of mass incarceration. It's the soundtrack of mass incarceration. The white power structure, particularly the untouchable power structure that controls gangster rap, deliberately redirected its aim in order to have Black children indoctrinated with the kill, shoot, sell dope, sexual exploitation of Black girls mentality in order to reinforce the European narrative that Black men are only good for sex and dope. You understand? And unfortunately, we are playing into this because whereas the white man is motivated by power, the Black man is motivated by money. We have two totally separate agendas. As I spoke to you earlier, I said the Roman Catholic schools in Detroit wouldn't sell me a school. Those schools are still for sale 6 years later because they are about power, not money. Black people are motivated by money. That's why we don't have anything. We need power. You understand? And so, unfortunately, Black men are going to go down in history, and gangster rappers in particular are going to go down in history as being the only human population in the history of the world to participate in the extermination of their own public image. No.
And when he says that, we're talking about these coon ass niggers. Thank you, Dr. Umar, for that heartfelt sentiment. Thank you so much. Now, like I said, anybody wants to, I'll put in the link one more time. After that, it's good night, good curtains from there. I'll put in the link one more time. Anybody wants to come up and have the conversation, they can. And let's just enjoy ourselves with a little bit of truth, shall we? Let's just enjoy ourselves with a little bit of truth. Lisa says the Black woman is a real threat because they reproduce. Snow bunnies aren't producing like they used to. So are you saying, Lisa, that they are dying? They are fading into that good night? Is that what you are trying to tell me? Is that what that is? Is that what is out on the streets? Is that what's really food. She said, yes, white women cannot produce any offspring unless it's with a black man. White man and white woman cannot produce a black child. But two black people can come together and produce a white child. It's called an albino. Two white people can't come together and create a nigga. There's no such thing as a black ino. Well, let's move forward, shall we? Oh yeah, don't forget to take your money. So let's go back to Mr. Tommy, and you see how he would, even how he does with white chicks. I just showed you, right? Let's go back to this.
You, Tommy Sotomayor, was offended. I said, you have a question for me? I didn't say your black doesn't have a question for me. I didn't say your black doesn't have a question for me.
What happened? And she said I was being disingenuous. I literally, most people would have heard that and said, he's telling the truth. Disrespect is different to different people, and it is.
Look at him's face. Like, I'm getting tired of this shit.
Your mama wouldn't let you cut him off and say nothing like that. She'd say you were disrespecting her. What would you say? I was just, no, you wouldn't. And if your kid didn't, you right now, you think they were disrespecting you.
Let's be logical, sir.
Same exact thing.
Let's be logical.
Am I not being logical?
You're not. You're not, because you're talking about some.
Tell me part I'm not being logical about. Go ahead.
I was trying. I just don't want to talk. I don't want to keep on talking. I'm making my throat hurt. So what I'm saying to you is, you bringing up different hierarchies of people. Of course, if my mother said don't talk, don't sit there and say I'm not being disrespectful to you. I'm talking to you, a grown man. When I asked you, do you have a question for us or not? Or we're gonna just talk the entire time. You did not feel disrespected by that, sir. You were talking for a long time. And another thing is, you've watched this podcast before. We just watched it. You've watched this podcast before. You know when the panelists come up here, it's questions, comment, or smoke. You do know that.
Ask them that.
But you didn't know. You don't have
Did you ask me a question, comment, or smoke?
You can't sit there and just comment the entire time. I
Yeah.
asked you a question for us, and that's it.
Yeah. And if you ask me question, comment, or smoke, if I say I have a comment.
Well, again, you know how he is with the black women. And I have countless videos that I could be playing right now, but this is not a Tommy rant. I already have Tommy on the list. I need more of these white Snowbunny Karen protecting ass niggas. I need more. So we can point all these people out and we can expose them for who they truly are. But let's go to another. Let's see. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, the aftermath of that. Let me see if I still have that. Do I still have that one? Oh, nope. Yeah, what's this? Nope. Damn it. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm gonna find that. Oh, it's right here. Like, share, subscribe to the video.
Like how they the direct question, are you a defender of black women?
You see, this guy is not good at grilling. He should have said yes, I want a yes or no. You know what I'm saying? He just he had it and then he lost it. Look at this. He had it. He had Saran in the car now.
Shouts out to DJ Witch Doctor, the untouchable. Shouts out to him.
Ring, you know what I'm saying? But look what he did.
Because I absolutely answered the question.
Like how they the direct question, are you a defender of black women? You went to the catfish rather than answering my question.
Just because you don't like my answer, don't say I didn't answer the question, because I absolutely answered the question.
Like how
right here he could have got him. He should have been like, yeah, I'm satisfied with a yes or no. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Let's go into, let me see. Is it this?
Pay attention. Pay attention.
Trying to be the moral authority too. So you can miss me with that bullshit. You're trying to talk right now, nigga. For real. Okay?
This how I look when I'm on that. Anything you said after that, I don't even care if you said this how I look when I'm on the way to heaven. It's zesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man? You said this when I'm on that. Whatever you put after that is something crazy to me, bro.
This dude is insane.
But I just want everybody in the chat to pay attention, you know what I'm saying, at Sharon dance move. You know what I'm saying? Where is Sharon in the chat? I don't see him. Sharon, why you work your way from the shoulder down, bro? Where you learn to do these moves from, bro? Who taught you these dance moves, bro? Come on.
Authority too. So you can miss me with that bullshit. You're trying.
See, he start from the shoulders. Pay attention. I just want everybody to follow step by step. We on the panel, we seen the play. You know what I'm saying? Look, I get it. Martin Luther King, his forehead is humongous, ginormous, right? But I want you peep this, Brody. Peep how the dance moves start from the shoulder and start to work his way down as the gentlemen start to get more comfortable.
So you can miss me with that bullshit.
See, it starts at the shoulder. It starts at the shoulder.
You're trying to talk right now, nigga. For real.
But look where it's headed. Look where it's headed. You know what I'm saying? It's not where you start. It's where you headed. Look at this shit.
You're trying to talk right now, nigga. For real. Okay? Okay?
What is he doing? What is he whining on? What the fuck is going on here, Sharon?
You know what's funny about this?
What'd you say?
I said that sounds crazy. Whining on something sounds insane.
What's funny about this is he just got done saying if he did a certain thing, people would call him gay. Just to have done something gay looking earlier in the day. I think that's kind of hilarious.
Wait, he said that on an Aaron show?
Yeah.
Damn. Ain't that some shit, Sharon?
You trying to talk right now, nigga. For real. Okay? Okay?
Hold on.
No, like, you understand? What? You looking real fruity doing that right there. You looking real fruity doing that. Can we supposed to be men, right? Why you dancing like a little fruit ball? A fruit dish.
Damn.
Nigga said a fruit dish.
Because I don't like the.
Nigga, I never heard about a fruit bowl and the fruit dish. That shit is crazy. Crazy work.
Always over here.
Because I don't like why you dancing like a little fruit ball. A fruit dish. A fruit salad.
You have a problem.
All right.
What's going on over here? So why are you always over here?
Because I don't like the fucking disrespect you've been doing, Diva, and I don't like the fucking disrespect Sharon be doing. Because I'm a vengeful ass nigga. That's why. I'm a
nigga said because he's a vengeful ass nigga. Y'all get it. Sharon did a little zesty dance. Shout out to Moxie for the $5 cash app. She said, damn.
Damn.
The money counting thing. The money counting thing. The money counting thing. The money counting thing. It's something. Money counting thing. Money.
Lord Jesus.
Before we get back into it, I want to shout out to Homeboy Blaze for gifting us yet another 5 motherfucking membership. Appreciate you, bro.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Money counting thing. Money counter ding. Money counter ding. Money counter ding. Money counter ding.
I see, Sharon. Let me bring that back. It's unraveling itself. You know what I mean? Sharon got to get to this paper. You know what I'm saying? He get into this Skrilla out here. He's not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? He's motivated to get this money. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what we got here. Let me check on something real quick. All right.
He came and fixed his fucking teeth.
Damn.
He want.
Who is that? Prime wage, prime time, prime numerals, prime number.
Know that he's stinking dirty. We know that. We know he ain't moving nothing in his community whatsoever. He ain't helping no woman, man, or child.
Who?
He came and fixed his fucking teeth.
Wait, who's Sharon talking about? Anybody in the chat know who he talking about? Sharon, let us know who you talking about. I know you don't like putting names on it, but it's all good. It's a safe place to put names on it over here, bro. We don't take shit personal. We leave shit on the show. I know he. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gil. Let me put a timer up for you. Like sometimes, who says it? Fatty says sometimes I ain't got to fly to the moon to talk about the moon and shit like that.
Can't read it.
They say every ethnicity has slurs associated. I'm not sure what it is.
Jarred.
Okay, jarred with them, and it.
We know every time when it's voting time, they use the same race cards, and we know every time when sales get low, they try to find some kind of person to use some kind of race baiting thing for us to talk about them.
Wait, 1 second.
H&M did it.
Darkly got it.
Okay, you want to know why I don't care about this? Sharon, that ain't fair though. You trying to tell? Why can't we as black people use the word and also tell people that they can't fucking use it?
So free to green.
We do that.
Hold on. So I want to make sure I'm clear. I gave you a solution to why I think it's important to have the conversation. Now, whether you agree with the solution or not, that's a whole nother thing. But the reason why I want to have the conversation because us as black people need to stop using the word so we can start holding other people accountable so we can have at least something that we all are on a call with, but we can't even get on a call with something that we know is detrimental to our people.
But wait, 1 second. Hey, and we already agreed to use it. So why the hell you want to know I don't care about? You want to know I don't care? Wait.
So his general statement is his general statement. And by the way, he ends up telling other people not to repeat the same thing, but he just repeated it verbatim. So I get where he's coming from. Hotep.
We use it, and we agree to not allow people from other races to use it. But it's niggas like you that allow them to use it, and then make us
we got a whole bunch
to use it by blaming us.
Reese, you got it after Darkly.
Here's the shit, bro. Every time another race do some shit, y'all always want to blame us.
No.
You always want to blame black people. Well, if you wouldn't use it, they wouldn't use it. That's a goddamn lie, bro. We should be able to use it and tell them that they can't use it.
Do you think it's a bad word? Free to green. I got a question. Do you think it's a bad word?
No.
All right then. So then it's not a bad word then. So what you upset about?
It's a bad word with another race of people use.
That's not how the word works. I don't know.
What? That's not how the world works. So how's the world supposed to work, Sean? Remember, we're holding hands in unison. Black man is holding hands with a white man. White man is holding hands with an Asian man. Asian man is holding hands with an Indian man. Indian man is holding hands with a. Did I leave anybody out? No. An African, I guess. all the way back to the black man. And we're all saying in unison, oh, it's okay to say the word nigger. Don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And you can't fool somebody who's been on the front lines ever since he was 13. And that would be me. I was on the front lines when I was protesting. I protested for a whole bunch of other shit. Me and my oldest cousin. We did this for approximately 2 years up in the Capitol in Lansing, Michigan, downtown Lansing, Michigan, by the Capitol, when guns were drawn and the KKK on top of the skinheads who were there at the Capitol protested. And everybody in Lansing, Michigan, everybody named Mama had their guns. And we were just little kids protesting about how these people shouldn't be having human rights because of the simple fact they do harmful things to harmless people. I don't get where you come from, dude.
That works with us.
Clown.
All right, so Frida Green. So Frida Green, where is your proof that it works that way?
By people being upset with your ass now. That's the proof.
No, that's not the truth.
Yeah, that's the proof. You hey, don't get up. You don't like my answer just because you don't like my answer.
No, so,
my answer ain't true.
So what I'm saying is,
that shit right back on you, bro.
So what I'm saying
that's
is that,
my answer.
So
y'all
what I'm saying is,
think y'all split, bro. All you've been doing for the last couple of days, bro, is blaming.
Stop telling me what the fuck I'm doing like that fucking know. Hold on.
That a white bitch did, bro. A white
all right,
bitch
fine. You want to curse out? You can curse out. I don't give a fuck about that woman.
Okay,
so here's the thing that you're missing that
you do care, nigga. You ain't said shit about her or her daddy. You been putting all this shit on black
nigga. I don't know her.
Dad was there too. Damn.
Nigga, you know.
Yeah, but you don't know her. But you brung them both up there. You brung them both up there. Does anybody want to see what his daddy looks like? Does anybody want to see what his daddy looks like? His dad. Does anybody want to see what his daddy looks like? Sure, I can't tell anyone how things work. He totally passed grades. While being disrespectful to the rest of the panel. Correcto mundo. Let's continue.
Know more about her and her daddy than I do. So this is what,
you had them in your house.
Jesus Christ, this is the problem.
It may be your white family, bro. We don't know that shit. That's why we can't trust niggas like that go outside the race.
Listen.
That's why we don't trust y'all, bro. That's why we don't want y'all speaking for us. We don't want to just go in that corner, bro. Y'all left. Leave. This gone, bro. Or apologize.
Okay, so you want me to let me ask the host. You want me to leave this?
No, not leave the panel.
Nah, you don't gotta leave.
Right. I'm not talking about the panel, bro. I'm talking about the community itself, bro.
This is crazy. So again,
can I go? Hey, Witch Doctor, can you play my video when it's my turn?
Yeah, I got you in a few Reese. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry about that, Dark Lady. I know I was.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Hey,
I will say this one last time. So if what you are saying is true, then they won't be saying on Call of Duty. All these white women wouldn't be saying it on social media.
Yes, they would. They would still say it, and they would still do it because they did it before the music was here.
Exactly.
Why your logic is flawed.
Yeah,
you don't see that.
Second, guys. Hey, one second, guys. DJ, thank you so much for having me on the show. Hey, Sharon. Listen, I'm not here to dump on you, right? I know you're being challenged kind of heavy. My thing is I'm here to investigate logic a little bit, right? You said that your whole argument behind this is, well, black people use it, and it's your opinion that using that word amongst ourselves is a detriment to the black community, right? That's a whole nother debate for another show or another conversation, whatever. Let's assume that you're correct about this, right? That your assertion is correct, that using that word as a detriment to the Black community. There's a lot of things that are detriments to the Black community, and I know you would agree. One thing would be murder, right? Right?
Sure.
It's a detriment to the Black community to have Black people killing Black people. Yet you and I and everyone knows that Black people do that. Black people delete Black people. Okay. So, oh shoot, hold on, one sec. My bad, my computer. So, just like saying the N-word, murder, just like the N-word is egregious. I mean, it's not comparable, but it's still something that's a detriment to the Black community. Okay, so let's take your logic, Sharon, right? A white person kills someone, deletes someone, right? And me as a Black person would say, oh, that's wrong. That white person should not have deleted that person. Are you, pertaining to your logic, what I need to know is, are you asserting this notion that I'm a hypocrite, or Black people in general are a hypocrite for saying that it's wrong for that white person to delete another person because Black people delete other people? So if you juxtaposition that logic with what you're saying, right, it's we shouldn't condemn or have a problem with the non-Black person saying the N-word because we say the N-word, but it's something that is egregious, and it's something that is, according to your logic or perspective, a detriment to the Black community. So my question to you would be, where does that stop? Where is the metaphorical line with that? So we can't condemn non-Black people for saying the N-word because we say it. What else can't we condemn non-Black people for?
Good question.
So I think the problem that you're missing is this: if I am a deleter myself, I cannot go and say, "Hey, homeboy, you can't delete." That's what I'm saying. So that's to shorten up that whole long thing that you're saying. So if I'm personally a human deleter, it doesn't matter what other race is doing it. I cannot go now and say, "Hey, you're a bad person for deleting other humans."
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, say that again?
Shit.
Yeah, can you say it again? I don't understand.
Say that one more time.
So if I'm a human deleter, I'll go around deleting humans. I cannot be mad at another human for deleting humans, is what I'm saying.
I get irritated every time he says that word human. Let's separate that word. Let's separate the word human with nationality. We all know there were human beings, but are we treated as such? No, we are not. See, Negroes like this come up out the woodwork and expect everybody to get along in unison, but it doesn't happen that way because of the simple fact that it's competition. People are competing for the very exact things that normally keep us apart. Like the Chinese, they have Chinese and the Asians and the Japanese have their own culture here in Las Vegas, right? The Mexicans have their own culture here in Las Vegas. There is not one infrastructure worth even looking at when it comes to Black folks, because we can't build an infrastructure. But if other ethnicities come over here, let's just say, for example, Africa, and I don't know why we have a particular problem with that, instead of going and building with them, we have a particular problem with them. But the thing about it is, we should be, instead of fighting with them, we should be building with them. We should be, no, I'm sorry. We should be participating. We should be buying from them. We should be buying from our own and our own only. So that level of money can regenerate. just like the people who come here from Cuba, just like the people who come here from Taiwan. And they come fresh up off the boat, off it, and climbing that wall to Mexico, and we let them motherfuckers right on in. It give them citizenships, a green card, and a little bit of money to build infrastructure. And what he is not realizing, that the people who are here, the people who come here illegally, the people who come here illegally, the people who come here illegally set the tone for us to die out. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue.
Well, you need to
No. You absolutely could though. What? Because
if I was a human deleter and then the other person is a human deleter again, and then I say you a bad person, so now I'm being a hypocrite because I'm doing the same thing.
No, because the context. What if you are a sociopath, right? Who deletes other humans, but then you know about another person who deletes other humans for a different reason. You could potentially, theoretically, have a problem with that person deleting another human because they're a sociopath. But
not like
but wait a minute.
Even if you delete somebody in war, you could still have a problem with people being deleted in other instances.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, but that's not what we talking about, because he's saying that because he was using deletion as a substitute for using the N-word. Because black people, he said, black people, we heavy in deleting each other. Correct? That's what you said.
No, I'm not heavy. I'm just saying that it's
right.
It's
You saying that,
fact that
right.
we delete each other.
Right, it's a problem
So
in
I'm
our
saying
community.
that
Right,
because,
so you just right. Right. So you're saying that deletions is a problem in my neighborhood, just like the N-word. So you're comparing the N-word to deletion. Is that correct?
in regards to something that's a detriment.
Right, as a metaphor.
Yes.
Okay, and then so therefore, what I'm saying is that so if I am a deleter, I can now, if I say somebody else of a different race is deleting somebody, and I say that person is bad, me as a deleter would be a hypocrite.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Shit.
Do you believe in deleting people?
No.
Okay, so then stop calling yourself an American.
Oh,
because one of the reasons why America exists and why it's thriving is because the wars that we've won, and a lot of those wars have to do with us deleting people.
Oh,
so you should be against your own country. Jesus Christ! Do you not understand that?
So now you
shots off the Dark Lake. Dark Lake revive. Dark Lake revive. Shots out of that kid. I know, Lisa, you don't like that. I understand it, but that was pretty fucking good. Oh my God. That was pretty good. Oh my goodness. So basically, listen, you're here in the United States and you're going to go as a human being, as a human that walks amongst the earth, you're going to go through trials and tribulations, and one day you're going to have to kill a motherfucker. You're going to have to kill somebody. You're going to have to delete somebody, okay? I'm not one of those ones that it's programmed to say different words. I can say the word kill. So anyway, you're going to be programmed to kill someone, okay? When you're in the military, that's what you are trained to do. You are trained to murder, death, kill the enemy. Who is the enemy? People who do not care for America. People who cannot stand America. People who want to do harm by Americans. So we are trained in unison. We are trained for 4 years in advance to go against the enemy. And once no matter if you're in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or you're what you call them, National Guard. Even your National Guard, but National Guards are just meant to protect certain things. But if we are called to arms and we have to go, if we have to go to war with other countries and we end up deleting people, then that's what, as an American, that's who I am, a deleter. So but when it comes to our neighborhoods, we have to protect what is ours. It's not the fact that you're special than anybody, you're more special than anybody else. It's that you have to protect your family, you have to protect your loved ones, you have to protect what is yours. And if you have to murder somebody, it's not intently. It's never going to be intently, but some people it is. But if you're a person who will dedicate his or her life to your family, to community, you're going to do what's necessary. As Malcolm would put it, you're going to do things by any means necessary. Let's go.
Hold on. So the difference is you're talking about moral over the law. Those are two different things. You're conflating way too many things. I don't know why.
Morality in the law?
I don't know why you got to use these metaphors when we could just talk about the word itself, because you're making it very confusing for a lot of people.
Like I said, I gave you a caveat.
Now you're talking about, are you a violent person?
I gave you a caveat.
Are you a violent person?
I can be. I have the potential to be, yes.
All right, then. So, but are you a violent person? Yes or no? No, right? Technically, you're not, but somebody hit you, you're going to hit them back. So using deletions is a stupid way of saying it. So what I'm trying to explain to you is this. If it's a bad word, it's just a fucking bad word.
Okay, let's use your logic. Let's use your logic. You said violence, right? Violence could be portrayed.
No, use the word.
Wait.
Hold on. No.
Wait, no. Can you please not cut me off? Can you please not cut me off? And I'll end it here. I'll end it here and I'll let someone else speak. Please let me speak real quick.
No, don't use no other term.
I gave you a caveat before I started speaking with you, Sharon. And I still got some respect for you, bro. I don't hate you or anything. You know this. You really do know this, right? I gave you a caveat before I started speaking to you, and I said that I'm going to investigate logic. That's what this is about. So, and I'm sort of investigating your own logic to this subject matter, right? You said violence. You used the word violence, right? So, violence can be portrayed in many different ways: physically, metaphorically, verbally, whatever. We can all agree to that, okay? So, pertaining to your logic, if you juxtaposition your logic with violence that you use, when black people say it, and I'm not defending it or justifying it, I'm just laying out the fact. When black people use it, it's not a verbally or metaphorical violent intent behind it. But when non-black people use it, usually, historically, it has been known that it has been a metaphorical, violent intent behind them using the word. So pertaining to your logic of violence, it would actually make logical sense for black people to then use the word, but then condemn non-black people for using it. Would you agree?
No.
But so then your logic is inconsistent.
Okay.
Very inconsistent. Let's take a bit of a break. What we got here? Shouts out to Bronzebird. What up though? Lisa, thank you very much for that. Like, share, and subscribe. Yep, that is Dark Lake, and Dark Lake is spitting some jewels right now. And I know you don't like him much, but hey, he's spitting some jewels right about now. But he has his share. He has his share of Snowbunny people up there. He loves white women. So let him have it. Let him have his white women, although I will be exposing his ass and a whole bunch of other people with him. Trust and believe. This is not gonna be it. Oh, trust and believe. I have a plan. I have a plan, and it's gonna be not demonic, but dynamite. Let's continue, shall we? Let's just skip through a couple things.
Get better. Let it rock, Reese. You're being very bearable today, sir. Let it rock.
All right.
So far, you've been very,
Witch Doctor, as you can see, as you can see, Witch Doctor, this is one of the hoodest places in America, Compton. And these Negroes allow these white boys to come in the hood, fuck their women, call them the N-word, and just dap them up. So I don't want to hear all this fake outrage about this little white woman on YouTube. Let's stop that shit. Stop the fakeness.
Nigga, shut up with that.
Stop the fakeness. You Negroes allow this shit all over the country.
They can't go to just.
Y'all allow this shit all over the fucking country. It's not an isolated incident. It's not an isolated incident.
I bet you
it's not an isolated incident.
Know that just can't any white person come to that hood and say nigga.
Oh,
and
because he acts black.
The white boys know and understand that they just can't go to any hood and say nigga.
Reese is triggered. Reese is fucking triggered. Should I put him on the list too? Should I put Reese on the list too? I think I'm gonna have to put him on the list. Let's see.
Nigga, shut your
Reese, somebody from the West Coast says that's not Compton, dummy. They put the dummy in.
Wherever the fuck it is. Hey, wherever the fuck it is, it's the hood.
You from the hood.
Hey, no, stop talking. No, stop talking. Stop.
Shit like that. But don't.
Reese ain't from the hood. He said Reese ain't from the fucking hood. He said it was Compton. Where did it say? Where did it say in that video that they were in Compton? Where is it?
Wherever. Free to green. Can you stop talking?
There's still a consequence behind.
Reese. I just want to say this, Reese. I bet you, Reese. You was being good the whole fucking.
I saw it on video on
Reese,
the Ron
you
panel.
was being good. Free to green. I got you.
It's some racist shit, and the first thing he said when he hit Sharon's panel was, "Hey, you said you're going to be quiet. You said you're going to be quiet. You said you're going to be quiet.
You said my name, Patty.
You said you're going to be yes, and you have to let me finish, right?
All right, go ahead.
So you saw that woman say some racist bullshit, and the first thing you said when you got to Sharon panel, "Hey, Grace, can you give a spin? Hey, Grace, can you give a spin to the fellas? Hey, Grace, remember, like you are these type of dudes. You are the type of dude that is going to be called a nigga by a white woman, and then you're still going to try to fuck her. That's the problem with you."
So again, should we put Reese on the list? Put a 1 in the chat if we should put Reese on my Snowbunny list.
The point that you showed on this video that these dudes wouldn't be saying that shit in another neighborhood. That's the problem. They are comfortable saying that shit to people that they know they can.
Neighborhoods in America.
Relax.
They can say it there. They can say it anywhere. What are you talking about?
You don't even know what the neighborhood name is. You said it was Compton. You don't even know.
Relax.
No, but wherever they are, it's the ghetto.
Let me finish.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting him on the list.
Let me finish.
Hey,
are you going to let me finish? Are you going to let me finish?
Muted, Witch Doctor.
I don't care if I piss you off. You have to let me finish. The problem is this: they grew up on their neighborhood. They might ever pass. If they catch a flight and they go to New York and they go play basketball with another niggas, I guarantee you they get fucked up if they say the shit in the place where nobody knows them. That's the problem. It's not that people are saying this shit. They are saying this in Call of Duty. They are saying this on the computer. They are saying this in front of people that allow them to do, but they will not say that shit in front of strangers because they know there's consequences to be had. So you playing a video of them on the neighborhood saying that shit, it actually proves the point. They are comfortable in saying that, but if you move them from familiar people, it might be a problem, and all these people become very shy all of a sudden. So they know it's wrong. They know they shouldn't do it. They just do it because they know they are safe. You literally made a point by showing that video, and you thought you were doing the other one. By the way, would you still fuck Grace if she actually gave you a chance? And now we are going to let him up and let him actually.
Fatty! Bravo! Go on, Fatty. Fatty! Go on there, boy. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Explain to us why he was asking a racist woman to do a spin.
Okay, first of all, this is not an isolated incident. Shit like this happens all over the country.
Get in that box.
Don't act like it's the only. The trenches, obviously, that's the ghetto. So if they can do it in a ghetto, they can do it anywhere in the United States. So don't give me that shit. Oh, if they go over here, then they get fucked up. That's a little BS. Because that same shit that happens there happens in every fucking hood in America. Negro struck and jive.
You in the hood? Nigga ain't even never been in every hood in America.
Negro struck and jive.
Talking about?
Negro struck and white boy.
This nigga talking about Glen Burnie like that's a hood. It's like one of the closest areas in Maryland. Nigga, Baltimore County, you idiot. That's not the city. It's the county. You said
both. I said both. You fucking
dumb. Whatever, nigga. You said
fucking idiot. I said both.
That's completely different than Baltimore.
Shut the fuck up, man.
I don't been around.
Anyway,
I don't been around.
Reese, you were so incredible.
White people to say the shit, Reese. And at the same
I'm
time,
not saying,
we let the white people know. Time out, Reese. We let the white people know these niggas may let you say it, but bro, don't say that shit around me because you may get knocked out. And they respect that, and they don't say the shit. Now the niggas who allow it, that's cool with them. But some people they come around, bro. We be like, okay, your homies may let you do it, but bro, don't do it around us.
Free the green. They wasn't in the valley somewhere,
bro. That's disrespect.
Can you answer my question, please? Why did you ask a racist woman to do a turn?
Y'all just keep getting mad at these white women. Why you let these white boys say it in the hood? Whatever.
Bro, you're gonna answer the question.
I ask you a question. Why did you ask a racist white woman to do a spin? Why? Why did you ask her?
What? Who asked her that?
You came on the panel. You said, "Hey, Grace, can you have a spin?" And Sharon dropped you and said, "Hey, we are having a conversation. Don't do that." Why would you do that?
You said race? Who's race?
Grace is the white woman. The racist white woman. You came on the panel.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Oh, this nigga got amnesia.
You went up on Sharon panel. She was there, and you were. Yes.
You're acting. My bad. You said Grace.
Yes, bro, that's the white woman, the racist white woman.
Or what?
Yeah, you ask her to. You ask her to do a spin. For what?
First of all, why do you say she's racist?
Oh my God!
Answer the question.
How?
Answer the question.
Because I think she looks good. So what?
Oh shit!
Yeah. You see. Okay.
What's your point?
So let me ask you. This is the follow-up question, right? She said, I would never gold dig a black man, assuming that black men are poor. She said that black women don't know her parents. That's why they are upset at her. She wrote the word "nig" with the RDR on.
unfortunately, he got put in the bathroom. So.
Judge acted like a total bitch and didn't answer my question.
We have a 1v1 request.
Oh boy.
Between Ben and
Hey folks, live here on Thorpe TV. Fascinating.
So afraid of already doing something. So afraid of already doing something. So afraid of already doing something to you. So afraid of already doing something to you. Is it okay that I listen to the words that you said? Not be some sort of ground for these charges, since it doesn't meet the definition of assault or. I reconstructed as the, I have an unofficial transcript. Okay, so, and you deserve to answer some basic questions as to why I'm being put through this fucking rigmarole. And I don't give a fuck about your career. And I don't give a fuck about the Warren Police Department's careers either. What the fuck, guys? Whoever made that fucking decision and this guy who made his fucking decision, well, I was fucking listening, and I'm no dummy, and I live in the United States of America, and there's such a fucking thing as the First fucking Amendment, and women are people, and adult women are people, and this makes no sense. I didn't do shit that deserves. Fine, yeah. A judge is now saying he doesn't like my content. Hey, judge, suck it. You are sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States. I don't want to hear about your emotional problems, your daddy issues. You're here on behalf of the government. I'm going to go through what I reconstructed as the, I have an unofficial transcript. Okay, so the judge says, what's your question? I said, I don't know why I'm here. The judge says, okay, you're here because you were charged with a criminal offense. You're here for the arraignment. Now he's acting like a judge. He's clarifying why I'm here. Although I'm asking the question, how am I here if the definitions aren't met? And the judge said, well, let's find out. On March 9th, 2024, at approximately 9:14 p.m., the Warren Police Department received information from the Providence Police, an anonymous tip that a resident in our town was kicking his daughter on a YouTube live stream on the YouTube channel called Thorpe TV Livestream. The defendant gets up and walks away, and the victim appears to start crying and becoming hysterical. Then I said, it was something I think a little before this. Can I just ask how this could possibly be some sort of ground for these charges, since it doesn't meet the definition of assault or battery? He said, sir, and he got very loud because he's a bitch. First of all, this is absurd. I said, I agree. He didn't like that at all. He said, I mean, your actions are absurd. Entertaining the world by pretending to beat up your daughter? The judge, fuck you. I got rights. If you don't want to get in the ring with me, then don't get in the ring. Dismiss the charges, let me go. And tell the fucking city of Warren to start acting like reasonable people and exercise discretion.
Stop.
But if you want to get in the ring with me, let's fucking go.
Yeah, good evening, Ben. Good evening. I'd just like to tell you, Ben, I'd like you to enjoy prison. Get used to it. Yeah. Bend over. Maybe you can get a pump. Maybe something.
Wait. This matters for you. Wait, what do you think about this woman over here?
Yeah, let's. Thank you, Ben.
She's a rotter. She's a fucking rotter. I don't care for her. I don't like her. She's bald. She's dysgenic, and she has fucking cat ears. Grow up. I want you to enjoy prison.
Well, but
tell her to get a wig.
You admit she's kind of pretty.
Get a wig.
How does this judge decide that as a judge, he has a right to comment on what I can pretend or not pretend to do? I can pretend to do anything I want. I can make a movie about blowing the entire fucking world to smithereens, right? This nigga wants to put on all different kinds of robes. Now he has a right to comment on what I can pretend or not pretend to do. I could pretend to do anything I want. I can make a movie about blowing the entire fucking world to smithereens, right? This nigga wants to put on all different. He has a right to comment on what I can pretend or not pretend to do. I could pretend to do anything I want. I can make a movie about blowing the entire fucking world to smithereens, right? This nigga wants to put on all different kinds of robes. Now he's what? A psychologist. And he says, or a priest, you need some mental health assistance. Why? Because I pretended to beat up my daughter on stream. Okay. He said, don't respond to me any further. Then I said, yes, sir. And then I realized that that's a response. Now we get into Kafka territory. And I said, oh, sorry. And he said, he thought I said, well, so he said, well, what? I said, no, I said, yes, sir. And you told me not to respond. He said, okay. And he got really hysterical at this point. Then this is his big speech. Your theatrical presentation in the courtroom isn't necessary. What theatrical presentation? This isn't Judge. Who was being theatrical here? This bitch. You might not like what I do on YouTube, nigga, then get on the panel and talk to me. But take your fucking robes off and put your fucking gloves on. Because
well, you heard it, folks. Sharon, this is who you in line with, and I mean anyone. This is who you in line with. This is who you love. This is who you cherish. This is who you want. This is who you want black people to behave like. Okay. Game on. If you are comfortable in the table of where you're at, and you want black people to be on that same table, you got to come more with, I don't want people to say that word. I don't want people to say that word. You got to come a little bit more than that. The people that you have on that table already, right now, some of them are leaving, some of them are staying. Don't be surprised, Sharon, when that table grows shorter and shorter and shorter. And it probably wouldn't matter to you because you have white people at the head of your table, at the seat of the table. And don't be surprised if they're going to be at the head of the table because they are privileged and they can do whatever the hell they want. They can do whatever they want. But you having a white woman on there, just the next time that happens, be respectful to the ones who don't want to hear her bullshit and just boot them off. Just boot them off and you and her or him can have that fucking conversation. But until then, until such time, you are known. We know you now. Us real niggas know you now. Take care.